So almost every morning for the past like 2 years or so, I go to a gas station right down the street from me to get myself some breakfast. And there's always these homeless people outside of there. And I kind of got used to seeing them. So I started like talking to them. Sometimes I started saying, "What's up?" And then they started talking to me more and like actual like conversations. Like they really wanted to get to know me because they saw me every day. I was nice to them and shit. Well, there's this one specific homeless man who I don't know why, but he just like something. Both of us just like struck out to each other because we felt like this. I don't know how to really describe it. It just felt like we knew something about each other or something. Like I don't know. We had a conversation before, and he was telling me about his kid or something that he had lost contact to because of his drug addiction. And I guess I looked like him or something. And so he was telling me about that. One day though, he told me to come over there and have a bite to eat with him because he had food. And so I sat down and he started giving me advice about a lot of different things. And some of the things I'm not really going to talk about because I don't think they deserve a whole video. But there was one thing specifically that he kind of had me figure out myself, which was to never change for anyone. And what he meant by this was, no one's really permanent. And it's not worth changing your whole personality or things about you, your looks, no matter what it is, for a person. Because y'all are also just people. Like, you're basically, you're just people. I don't really know how to say that, but so he ended up telling me that if you have to change really anything about you to be accepted in a group or in a classroom or like your family or anything, those are not your people. You need to be yourself, and if you cannot be yourself around anyone, if there's someone that doesn't let you be yourself around them, don't be around them because they don't accept you for who you are. He asked me, what's the saddest thing you think you can lose? And I said, friends, family, or money. That's three things to me that would probably matter the most to most people. And he said I was completely wrong. And it's your personality. Because when you lose your personality, you're living somebody else's life instead of your own. And the worst thing is that most people, when this is happening, you don't even know it's happening. You're around somebody and you're changing yourself, and you don't always actually realize it. But if you notice you're becoming someone you're not after you're hanging out with certain people or just being around these people, try and distance yourself, because a lot of times that can get you somewhere you don't want to be because it doesn't fit who you are. And if someone else likes you when you're acting like somebody else, do they actually even like you? Or do they just like the version of you that you're portraying? Like, imagine your favorite song, right? Imagine everyone around you started making fun of it. Eventually you stop playing it. Not because you stop liking it, but like it's because you're embarrassed. So you stop liking the song. And it's not like anything changed about the song. It's just that no one else in your group or around you likes it. So you're going to stop liking it so you don't get judged. And I think confidence isn't walking in a room believing everyone's going to like you. And confidence is walking into a room knowing they might not and still being yourself anyway. And it's a lot harder than like confidence, like just normal confidence, like I said, because anyone can fit in. Not everyone can stand out while pretending. He told me the only people worth keeping in your life are the ones who accepted the real you from the beginning. The people who only stayed because you changed for them, they were not actually there for you. They don't care about you. They care about this other version of you that's fake, and it's just not you. And after a while, you're gonna know this fake personality because you can't keep it going. you're going to be yourself by yourself. And you're eventually going to realize that something's not lining up, right? And people will notice that. And he told me to, someone's calling me. He told me to sit for a second and think about who are my actual friends, who is actually there for me ever. And if you sit here and think about this for a second, you can probably exclude half the people you talk to. Now, I'm not telling you to leave your friends and all that, but just think about it. Before I left, he told me at the end of the day, people are always going to have their own opinions. And if you change yourself for one person, another person will just tell you to change again. And you're just going to keep changing and changing and changing. And you will literally forget who you originally were. You're going to lose that original version of yourself. And you'll just spend your whole life chasing approval, and it'll just never end. And to be honest, I would personally rather have just a few people who like the real me than 100 people who only know the version I made to impress them. So don't change yourself just because someone couldn't appreciate who you already are. And the right people won't even ask you to become someone else. They'll just appreciate the person you already decided to be. Hey, y'all let me know in the comments actually, like, if you've ever felt like you've had like hide parts of yourself, like just to fit in. I kind of want to hear y'all's perspective. And this actually leads me on to another topic I think about all the time. And why are we so afraid of being judged in the first place? Like, just think how many decisions people make every single day just because they're worried about what someone else might think. They won't wear certain clothes, post certain photos, try a new hobby, or even say like what's on their mind or anything because they're just scared of looking weird or being judged. But everyone's so busy worrying about being judged that most people aren't even paying much attention to you. Most people aren't actually judging you. But I feel like in this generation, especially, a lot of people have really bad social anxiety or all kinds of other things that just makes you a lot more nervous in public or scared to express yourself. And it's like everybody's the main character in their own story, assuming everyone else is watching them, when in reality, everyone's just thinking about themselves or maybe the people they're with, if they're with anyone. And maybe that's why the people who seem the happiest are usually the ones who stop trying to impress everyone. And it's because they realize no matter what they do, somebody's going to have an opinion about you always. And I know that might make people insecure, but honestly, we live in this life, and half the people you see out, like if you go out later today, for example, at least half the people you see, you're probably never going to see again. And if you do, you're probably not going to interact with them. I mean, there's low chances. So just don't be worried about what a lot of random people think, or really anyone, because at the end of the day, it's not going to matter. We all die. It's not like we live forever. It's not like this thing we do is going to be judged by the world. So it's just not something that we need to put so much attention on as ourselves, because if anything, it just stresses us out more. And it really does affect you in many ways. And this leads into one more thing that I've been thinking about. The people you spend the most time around slowly really become part of who you are as yourself. And this is not because they're forcing you to change. It's because habits, attitudes, and even the way people talk start rubbing off on you without you even realizing it. And that's why it's so important to ask yourself a very simple question. Do the people around you make you feel more like yourself or less like yourself? And because the right people don't make you question who you are. Like if you're around good people who really do appreciate you, you're not going to be scared at all to express yourself in any way. And if you ever notice, when you're in like a group with your friends, you probably have way less anxiety because you feel safer. And if you can try and feel like that when you're with yourself too, things get so much easier. And they just make you feel comfortable enough to be who you already are. That's pretty much all I want to talk about today. I don't really know what else to talk about. But yeah, just be yourself. Don't try and change yourself at all because it really won't do you any good. And yeah, I'll catch y'all next time. Peace out.